Hi everyone, and welcome to Weekly Cooking with Becky. We're going to be doing things in multiple steps tonight, so I'll be filming from different locations in my kitchen. We're starting at the stovetop. We are making chicken pot pie. Yes, and we are making it keto and low carb approved. You will be needing ramekins. Now it says that you only need 4. I actually have 6 out because I feel like I might need more, but we'll keep you posted on that. So I will tell you I cheated on step 1. Step 1 is to cook in some butter, some bacon, and 2 chicken breasts. I have bacon bits, the equivalent amount, and we did some rotisserie chicken the other day for some quesadillas and stuff, and I have some left over. So I'm just gonna use that. It works. It's still chicken, it's still bacon. So I'm totally skipping step 1 if you don't have that, or if you want to, cook 2 chicken breasts and some bacon in the pan. Mine's out because I already just had it from other stuff I've been doing. When you're done with that, you're gonna melt a tablespoon of butter. Please follow the recipe. They do make one mistake. They tell you to add the bacon back into the pan, but they forget to tell you to add the chicken back into the pan. When you add the bacon back into the pan, add the chicken back into the pan. All right, I'm gonna aim it down. What I will tell you is we've got multiple steps here. I have, this is like a grinder for a lot of vegetables. So in here, I have carrot and celery. And then once I was done chopping it up, I just went ahead and added in my onion, my garlic, and my parsley. So it is all in here, ready to go into the melted butter for about 2 to 4 minutes until softened. So here's my pan. Hopefully we can see it okay. And I am just literally going to just put everything into the skillet, all the veggies. So it's just carrots, celery, onion, or leeks. You can use leeks if you prefer that over onion, garlic, and thyme or parsley. I happen to have parsley, so that's what we are using. And since I had a Ninja chopper, I just went ahead and saved dishes by putting everything into one. So what I'm gonna do here is I am going to just go ahead and simmer for 2 to 4 minutes until this is softened and translucent. And I'm just gonna walk you through all of this so that the next time you see me is on the other side. So then once this is translucent, go ahead and turn up that heat a little bit. In here, I have heavy cream, cream cheese, chicken broth, salt, and pepper. I will add that to here and I will cook it, and then I will let it simmer down until my desired thickness. If you want it thicker, if it's cooked down and you still want it thicker, you can add a half a teaspoon of xanthan gum, but that's optional, and I will see. Once you get it to the creaminess that you want, put back in the bacon and 2 chicken breasts, or equivalent to 2 chicken breasts. Get it all stirred through and put a lid on it to keep warm, and then we leave it. Then what'll happen is, while that is warm, we have to make the dough for the pot pie. So that's where I'm going to meet you next. I will do all of this assembly that I've just walked through, and you'll see the finished product. So this is gonna get translucent. I'm gonna thicken it up, add the bacon and chicken, let it get all nice and toasty, stick a lid on it, and then we're gonna make the crust and assemble it. So I will see you when we're ready to make the crust. Okay, so the meat mixture is made. It's nice and thick, and it looks wonderful. I've added the bacon and the chicken, and it's just sitting there with the lid on it, staying nice and warm. So now we need to make the crust. You're gonna need mozzarella cheese, cream cheese, and almond flour. All the measurements are in the recipe, and you're gonna need 1 egg whisked that we're gonna be using for a topping later. You're gonna need 2 pieces of paper. It could be parchment, it could be waxed. You're not cooking with it. And a rolling pin. First things first, we're gonna stick this in for 1 minute. Once that has been in for a minute, we're gonna stir. If we have to add 30 seconds, we will. Then we're going to incorporate 2/3 of a cup of almond flour in it. We may have to mix with the spatula. We may have to get in with our hands. We're gonna try to roll it out into a circle on here. And we're going to use the ramekins to cut out the toppings. And it doesn't say if you need to grease the ramekins at all. I kind of feel like I should. So I'm gonna grab some avocado oil spray. Just, I don't know, better safe than sorry. All right, 10 seconds, we'll see what that looks like. I just thought chicken pot pie. We have the beginning of fall this week. I thought that sounded pretty good. All right. Oh yeah, I don't think that needs any more just by the sizzling sounds that I'm hearing. So we'll get stirring, see if I can get the cream cheese. So this is basically a fathead dough minus the egg, because we're going to use the egg on the top. So we're not making a true crust or a true like biscuit out of it. All right, so I'm going to aim this down for a second so you guys can kind of see. All right, so this is mozzarella cheese and cream cheese, and you can just kind of see that it's ooey gooey, and I've mixed it up here real quick. And I just take the almond flour, and the goal is to make a dough out of it. And sometimes I do really well and I can do it all this way, and sometimes I gotta get my hands going. And if I do, I'll even tell you that I usually spray my hands with oil. Look at that. Clean this off before I want all that almond flour. I'm being messy. Yeah, so I'm gonna end up getting my hands in, which is fine. So I took my rings off. So if you know that, or if you've made fathead dough before and you know this might be you, do this trick. And just get your hands in there, start moving it around. You'll thank me later. You're still gonna have to do quite a bit of cleanup, but not as bad. We just wanna get as much almond flour incorporated as we can. You can use water if you want. I don't know. Somebody somewhere mentioned just using the oil spray, and I've done that, and I just kind of stuck with it. So here we are. Now I'm just gonna make kind of a ball out of it. And this will be the topping for our ramekins. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. And try to make sure if it looks like it's all well incorporated. Okay. All right, so try to get it uniform. I'm gonna make a circle. All right, here I go. Kind of get it thin if you can. I always kind of watch my edges. It's okay if it's a little flat because we're gonna have to roll it more than once. Probably should have gotten one more piece of parchment out for my circles for once I make them. I didn't even think about that. Get one more piece of parchment out. Okay, so then you just take a ramekin and I'll go right here and you peel around. And here, now I gotta get this popped off. There we go. I'm gonna place that on a spare piece and I'm gonna do, okay, you can't see that. I'm gonna place that over on a spare piece and I'm gonna do this a few more times. Come back up here and then I'll meet you as we assemble them. See you in just a minute. Okay, so 8-ounce ramekins, I was able to make 5 toppings. So we're going with 5 servings. They say 4, so I know they make 10-ounce ramekins, so it probably just depends on the size of your particular ramekin. So we have the mixture. I did go ahead and spray. I've got the tops for the ramekins, and I have an egg already beaten that we are going to whisk on top. So let's assemble. All right, everything to me looks delish. Give this a quick stir so you can see it's nice and thick and it smells delish. So I'm just gonna come over here and scoop. I'm gonna do them all about the same before I go back and top off, just because I want to make sure they all have an even amount. Okay. Sorry for the scratching. Like, that annoys me when people make scratching sounds, so I apologize about that. I'm gonna pull some. This is why I always do eyeballs, just to make sure I'm making them the same. All right. And I have to pull a little bit here from the first 2 that are a little bit more full than the other ones. That's okay. Drop over. Just trying to make them all about the same. Kind of stopping at that divot point. There we go. So now I'm just going to put the cover on them as it says. Oh, I need to get a knife to score. One thing that I did forget, because the steam is going to pop up through them, but doesn't that look so cute, guys? Oh my land. Looks so nummy. Let me get the knife. We're gonna brush the egg wash on top. Help it get a nice golden brown. There is gonna be some egg left over. It's okay, but you can see there's still some like welling up on here, so don't like overuse the egg. You might just have to throw some down the sink, guys. It's all right. All right, once you've done that, then 2 pokes for steam. Those ones show up a little bit better. Trying to make sure we can see those. All right. These now will bake for 20 minutes until golden brown, and then we will have single serve chicken pot pie. All right, guys, this looks great. These are hot to the touch, so if you make these, be super careful when it is time to serve. So I'm gonna dig in here. Make sure I get a little bit of the breading, a little bit of the filling. Oh, it's so steamy. You can kind of see a little bit of everything. Can you see the steam coming off of that? I have to, guys, I have to. My family's upstairs like, when's dinner? I haven't had a chicken pot pie in a really, really, really long time, probably since my childhood. I mean, I went off and had life, but I still, even before I was low carb, I still didn't have chicken pot pie. So all I have is my memory from childhood, and it was probably Stouffer's chicken pot pie. I gotta tell you, this like outbeats that any day of the week. I mean, it is just amazing. And I love that they're in self-serve containers too. That is awesome. It says that you can freeze it for 3 months and it will last up to 5 days in the fridge. So I totally know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow too, since we made 5. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. This is delish, guys. So I really hope you like it. Very, very comforting. Great dish to start fall with. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time. Bye.